so as you're walking, so you pass the gates, you're walking into town from the north gate, you do notice a person following you who is unsuccessfully trying to not let you notice them following.
I make the party aware of this.
Okay.
We were actually talking about back playing the conversation.
Oh, you want that conversation you're gonna have on the walk back? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, this can be a conversation you have during your few-hour travel back from the Thistletop to St.
Yeah,
Louis.
so this is something that, like, well, you would say you'd drop back with Icky, so this is something that's not happening like necessarily from the party, but.
So should we hang back with them? Huh?
You can. Yeah, I know I said this before, but I trust everybody to be able to know the difference between what you know and what your character knows. So you guys, everybody can hear this stuff, just know the difference between what you know and what your character would know in the setting.
Yeah.
So, Tarny kind of pulls the key aside, we fall back 30 feet maybe, and talk in lower tones. Tarny starts out with, Icky, we really didn't get a chance to talk about what happened the other day when I pulled your soul from its eternal reward and shoved it back in your body.
That is what happened. That wasn't just me losing some blood from being caught on fire by catching on a grease fire.
No, this was what wasn't that?
That was the grease fire.
Was that the grease fire?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's had two near-death experiences. Both times I shoved his soul
One was Suto.
back in his body.
Well, I thought that one you kidded me up,
yes.
Right?
And this one actually
this
magicked your ass back.
Yeah.
And you're like, I saw. Thank you. I'm like, oh shit. I don't want to tell everybody. Okay, so back to the conversation. Yeah, what you saw was real. And I mean, it just kind of shows you what kind of a monster I really am. Why I keep saying that is, I didn't know your preference. And because of my own selfish needs, and now that you know, I can share with you, I occasionally do talk with beings outside of this realm. Not sure how much I want to share of that. And I know that I have things that have to be done, and I can't do it alone. So I need you here to finish the work. So I selfishly took it upon myself to pull you out of there, and without knowing your wishes, whether you wanted to stay for your eternal reward or if you wanted to be here. And I'm feeling somewhat,
I think I understand, and you did right. You did the right thing. I'm not deserving of that reward. Not yet. Maybe not ever, but you didn't. If anything, you saved me. So thank you.
take that as a forgiveness.
I'm not sure there's anything to forgive, but if you want to push for it, then give me a mug of ale from Grelda. Huh?
I'm sure you can get a mug of ale from Grelda whenever you want.
It'd be more
Well,
of a just
take that as my penance, yes.
get some of the good stuff. Not to say that it's not all good, mind, but I haven't had a drink since we went into Thistletop, man. This is...
So can I ask you, knowing now that I'm kind of leading because I'm hoping to steer people towards this greater end, part of my penance, part of my task is kind of to prosper the rest of the group. What is it you want? What makes... I mean, you seem forgive me for interjecting, but you seem somewhat apprehensive to if I do let you go next time. You weren't sure that you were worthy of that. What would make you worthy that I can help you reach?
I think that we're all like we've stumbled onto something here. We were meant, and like I had a feeling that we were, like this. Call it fate, call it what you will. This gathering of folks, what we're doing here with the demons and the pools, the goblins. I think it's supposed to happen. So if you just keep me
Around?
Keep me around. Slick my thirst. We'll call it good.
So what you read on the rest of the group? I'm not sure how comfortable I am telling them everything about this, but since I can confide in you, since you've seen it.
I'm too sober for all this, but I think they're good. I don't blame you for keeping it to yourself, and I'll keep your confidence until you're willing to share with the rest, but I think we're in good company.
It wasn't so good before, and I kind of swore my every dirty trick, every evil deed that I know to the betterment of others now.
Well, from what I've seen of your dirty tricks and dirty deeds, I've got no qualms.
It's good to know.
Well, what color are you? What kind of green is right? The green one's giving you weird looks over his shoulder that maybe we should get up there, huh?
Fair enough. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And your confidence.
I look forward to that drink. The sooner than better, friend.
Well, we're walking in the right direction. Tammy, my computer crashed on me. Do you happen to have a cask of ale on you that I know about right now?
Well, while we're waiting for that, any other conversations anybody else wants to have on your travels?
Well, this is not in character, because guys doesn't know you had the conversation. But did you just, apologize for saving his life? And you owe him beer because you saved his life?
More or less. So, I could have died and gone to my heaven. I received my eternal reward.
Mm-hmm. And he pulled his soul back. So he was saying, is that something you wanted? Do you want me to not do that?
Because I don't know. Well, I guess I probably shouldn't ask questions because I should know answers to things. Somehow you knew that his soul was somewhere and you were pulling it back?
He knew that he was dying.
It was more than just, he's almost dead, I better help him. It was like a...
He cast a spell to save my life.
Mm.
That
And
pulled
he
my
did it for
dying soul back from the afterlife and put it back in my body.
So it'd be like if you were dying and you saw heaven and you got pulled back. Maybe you wanted to go to heaven. Maybe you thought it was your time and you don't think that those kinds of things should be done.
Okay.
Alright, so if there aren't any other conversations that would like to happen on the way back, we will fast forward to into the gate, walking forward. Tarnan notices the person following you, and that's where we'll pick.
You notice the person following us.
And I said we should continue on. In fact, at the end of the session, you had the last word. Said, "Yeah, we should go talk to the sheriff and let him know everything that's going on."
Okay.
Then we weren't going to push the last 10 minutes to get that conversation. We were going to start with it.
Gotcha. All right. Let's go talk to the sheriff.
I'm not sure that's how you said it last time.
Sanishi
was it?
agrees.
I can see Sanishi doing that.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
As soon as we get past the gate, you got an entire skin of cider.
From Grella.
So your mind is right when we talk to the sheriff.
I did.
Yeah, now I have to wonder if your heaven has like just beer everywhere or not.
Well, clearly not. Otherwise, I want to go there.
'Cause yeah, if not, then you're probably just super happy to come back.
Oh, thank God, more beer.
Don't send me back there. Just hell have beer.
Hell has
Yeah.
non-alcoholic beer.
Well, hell does have beer, but
Oh,
it's
and you have to
just out of
drink it.
reach.
Which okay, the complete interjection here. But have you had hop water?
No. I've had near beer, which is awful, but I've not had
Hop water. It's basically it tastes like an IPA. Like so, we got some for Jenny because obviously she can't have beer.
But it
Seriously,
tastes
tastes
good.
like beer. It's, I mean, I think it's basically just water and hops.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it tastes like a hoppy beer.
Oh. I'm sorry, I can't do that justice right now.
Because near beer is awful.
What is near beer?
Like
Well,
not
she would be
alcoholic beer, like
talent-tarted.
Bulls or
Who would
like
I mean, even in discussion whether or not he gave me those
This
details.
is hot chocolate.
I know, but there's one with like a Swiss girl on the front. I forget what it's called. But yeah, they're terrible. Like they're not like, oh, this is.
I can
beer,
like
just
Jill's got it
no
open right
buzz.
here. I can read it myself.
Right,
Well,
but
if you're
I'm
ever in
saying
need of
they
a
got
non-alcoholic beer, the hot water stuff's actually pretty good.
I'll remember that.
Ooh.
Because I would totally see Tarna just being like,
Mints and berries. Enjoy.
Sweet and yet refreshing at the same time. Right there. All right. Okay, so you continue in. You're going to the village hall?
Correct.
All right. So you walk to the village hall. The entire way there, very easily,
Yeah.
Tarna notices. Like from alley to alley, doorway to doorway, trying to be very sneaky and failing completely miserably with you. You get to the town hall. Again, you go in the door. It has stairs upwards, stairs downwards, where it's split. You follow it upwards down the hall into the mayor's office, where you have been a couple of different times to talk to them. As you walk in, you notice Sheriff Hemlock and Mayor Devrin leaning over the desk, and they're whispering to each other, and they're pointing at a map, like they're stabbing their fingers at a map of the hinterlands, and they're kind of talking back and forth as you walk in.
Hey, can you remind us
She's
what
right.
the hinterlands mean?
It's the general Sandpoint area. Like think of it like a county map, where like there's Sandpoint is the village, but if you stretch it out, not quite to the whole country, but just more like to the county, that would be the hinterlands.
Is the Goblin Fortress we were just at in the...
It would still be considered in the hinterlands area. So yeah, like if you were to like southeastern Wisconsin, like if you were just a map of just like the southeastern section, that's kind of the same thing. So they're like pointing at it, leaning over, and just talking to each other.
This is so fucking distracting.
Oh, I keep going.
Next, okay. You walk into the room, and who's there? You said it was the sheriff?
It was the sheriff and the mayor. They're both on the opposite side of the desk from you, leaning over, like pointing at the map, and just kind of like
so
talking quietly with each other.
the schmear.
The schmee.
Sorry.
Oh, yes. Please, come in, and then she kind of the mayor kind of pushes a couple things to the side, so there's a little room on the desk. Please come in. Was looking for you earlier. It's very good that you're back. We have news. I hope nothing's gone on while I've been gone. The glassworks seem to be successfully cleared out, so I would like to thank you myself for that. We also, as you can see, Sheriff Hemlock is back. They came back with 18 Crown's Guards from Magdamar, along with a lieutenant, or I'm sorry, colonel, to lead them while they're here.
Oh, damn, I'm outranked.
So, I hear that
Mm-hmm.
I hear that there was a deal made between the sheriff and yourselves for you to put yourself out there in the town.
Yes.
And
Put ourselves out there a bit.
so the deal was, if I'm correct, to be seen until the sheriff came back, and you've obviously done that. So thank you. It's much appreciated.
Of course.
And I believe there was a monetary reward attached to that.
There was.
So it was 15 gold apiece, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
All right. She kind of leans down and pulls open a drawer. You hear the clinking of coins, but she's leaned down so you don't see it. And then she pulls up and she pushes a sack of coins across the desk to you. This should 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yes, this should cover all 5 of you.
I'll take it
Okay. It is the agreed upon 15 gold apiece
for all 5.
for all 5 of you.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I got a message. Hold on.
No, it was 15. I actually went back and looked at the video
Yep,
because
I
I
know.
did not remember how much gold
I got it
there
written
was.
down.
Okay.
It's money.
Actually, I had to go back and find the video of the conversation and then find where in the video of the conversation was and listen to it and write it down so I remember.
Quick aside, because I know the developers on D&D Beyond are watching. Portrait view. Options to get to the other parts of the character sheet, right?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Oh, it doesn't work?
Oh, it's so, no, it's great. It works. It's great. It's fantastic. I love that it's there. Landscape mode. Oh, they're gone!
Yeah, that is a kind of a pain.
Let me just scroll away to the bottom. Oh, they're not there. They're just gone. D&D Beyond developers. They're just gone.
As I would say, as somebody who works in a software company, it's unacceptable.
Harumph!
Honestly, that doesn't even make sense. They've got more.
I know, right? It's like it's there now. It's not. Because fuck
Oh,
me.
sure.
Alright,
Works on mine.
so the gold, Tarnan picks up
You've got
the sack of gold.
Okay, because instead of that, this way,
Any other news?
you're using these.
Stupid.
That's how
The
that's
mayor
what it is.
kind of looks at the sheriff.
You're using the desktop version. It's because the width
Because-
is wide enough
well,
to let you use the desktop version.
The 18 Crowns Guard are going to probably be here for the next couple of weeks. At least till the members of our Crowns Guard that are currently recovering are ready to go back to their posts. It doesn't help me if that colonel keeps talking. I'm going. But that's
Do you need
basically
him dispatched?
And the mayor comes, Baylor?
Oh no, seriously.
No.
There is another opportunity for him.
It's his job. He's very good at it.
What is his job? To protect the citizens, yes? We've found something that some of my companions feel is very necessary to be put down.
Oh, I want to punch it.
I know. But we are not sure it would be wise for us to try to do it ourselves. We may need...
Some reinforcements.
Does this have anything to do with the giant plume of smoke we've seen all day?
Yeah, that would be me.
Is that something I need to worry about?
The fire is out by now. I forgot the name of it. Thistletop?
this time.
Only if you care about goblin fortresses.
Thistletop
I hear that
Fortress
they're gone.
is burnt to the ground.
Wait, This'll
Is burnt to the ground.
And we murdered most, if not all, of the goblins in there before burning it to the ground.
Thank you. Why the hell did you go to Thistletop? You were supposed to stay here.
Because that's where the next attack was coming from.
We left our representatives here.
What?
That's where the next attack was going to be coming from. And it was going to be much worse than... Well, I wasn't sure that I wanted to risk any of the townsfolk. Risking us, I can do that.
So, wait, let me just make sure I understand this right. The first attack, they came from Thistletop So you found this out somehow. Went to Thistletop.
We can give you
Killed
some
all the goblins there.
90%.
And then burned it to the ground.
Completely intentionally.
What else would you do with goblins?
I don't disagree. I'm just...
Speaking of which,
You-
we want to deal with another
You had a
situation.
goblin
We're probably gonna
infestation. We
dig
took
through
care
a
of
bunch
it.
of burnt out.
And I very much appreciate it.
Well, a major and a bunch of Crown's Guards
With
would
what
probably
the
do
goblins
pretty
did
well.
here a few days ago.
Good point.
And if it
They don't
helps
need to
the
be
sheriff
anywhere
and the
near
mayor out,
Then they're not
Kill two
anymore.
birds with one stone.
exactly my thought.
Oh, sorry.
So we're like,
Tarn realizes what just got said. It's a figure of speech. It's terrible. I don't know where it came from. He started it.
And you're not an actual bird. Right? Aarakocra is
Wait,
not a
wait,
bird.
Stop. It's pronounced Aarakocra.
Aarakocra.
Very close.
yeah.
Very good.
I thought it was offensive to be compared too much to a bird. Because whenever I do that, I get dirty looks. So.
Fair enough.
So,
If anybody,
Thank
want,
you.
if anybody wants any butternut squash, there's butternut squash.
On Epic.
so
Thanks.
Thistletop is
Thank you.
gone.
Gone,
Yes,
right?
everything above ground is gone.
The lower levels are still there.
There's lower levels.
Why did you tell him?
Because he wants.
There aren't any goblins there. It doesn't.
And then he kind of
It's
he
there.
waves his hand and he like whispers to the mayor a little bit.
I'd like to see if I
And then he reaches down, he kind of leans down and you hear coins kind of rustling.
If you not only cleaned out, but burned down Thistletop, then I think you've earned a little bit more than the 15 gold. And he pushes another sack of gold over to you.
Okay. Roughly.
For our thanks. Are you counting it?
That would be rude. I will wait.
It's going to be another 15 person.
Okay.
So that's 75, it's 150 gold total that you just got.
Yeah, I'm just adding my 15.
I haven't dished it out
My
yet.
3 total.
total.
I haven't dished it out yet. It's important because we may have to pay for horses. That was out of character entirely.
And so Tarnin picks up the gold, and you can have a pretty good idea what's in it as you hold it in your hand just from the weight.
Gold in there.
There's gold in them there.
In that there sack. So as you are caressing the sack in your hand as you figure out its weight, you hear like heavy footsteps along with some light jingling behind you up the stairs.
More sacks.
No.
No.
Any sacks?
And
What's the guard's name again? Stephen?
Stephen was the one you
Yeah,
knew.
Stephen was right. This guy makes noise all the time.
And then from behind you hear,
Well, I've finished the inspection of the town's defenses, and surprisingly they're rather quality, considering you're such a small rural village. I'll probably just be here for the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be able to leave.
and as you kind of turn around to look, you see a tall, older man, probably in his late 50s, early 60s. He's got his head is almost completely shaved except for a single white top knot
Okay.
that comes up and then falls down about mid-back. He's kind of leaned in the doorway as opposed to stepping fully in. He has a thick white mustache that hangs down about to his shoulders. The rest of his chin is clean shaven. He is wearing a very dressy military uniform with some yellow tassels that go over out and over each shoulder, along with an array of different colored and different sizes metals across his chest.
So to turn in, I whisper. I think with that attitude, that guy deserves to come fight that.
I was just going to ask you, on the flip side, do we want to entrust the village town to that.
Probably not.
I think we're gonna have to have several drinks. And
Is this a? At what level are you having this conversation? Just so I know.
Yeah,
What level are
between
you? Are
the
you
two of us.
whispering? Or are you
Yes.
just kind of whispering?
Yeah.
Okay. And then as you're having this conversation, the sheriff kind of puts his hand down on the
Smell
on
it
the
out in here
on the
and
desk.
no one else suddenly.
Thank you, Colonel. Your help is very much appreciated.
And the mayor like puts her hand on his shoulder. Yes, everything you can offer this village will be much appreciated to myself and everybody. And she kind of pats his shoulder a little bit. And the gentleman standing in the doorway.
Oh, believe me, I know what I can do for this town. If you need anything, I will be setting out the schedule of my people. Good day, good day.
And then he kind of leans back and walks off.
I believe you mispronounced schedule.
Schedule. I will figure out so many people's schedule.
That was amazing.
Nailed it.
The schedule of patrol for Crown's Guard.
Oh god, I love you. Thank you for indulging me.
I love that voice, by the way. That's really good.
Well, thank you. Has anybody seen Pirates of Penzance? Offhand? No.
Is that a play?
Musical. The very model of a modern Major General.
Oh, okay.
That's who it's.
So this guy walks off.
Yes. He kind of like leaned back, and you hear the
He said-
the jingles and the footsteps, the heavy boot footsteps go down the stairs and out the door.
I don't know if our characters know this or not, but what's the hierarchy here? Are they they're just being nice and they're here, or is the mayor of Sandpoint somehow over these guards, or what's the deal?
I would say, you've been around the general area. They would be think of them like police. The Crown's Guard are kind of like police. So they came from Magnamar, which is a very large city. It's the second largest city in the continent.
Yeah, but I've been there.
But
So it's
but
like
they
the
so
FBI
the mayor
versus-
is kind of so the mayor is in charge, but only to a certain extent. If they wanted, if they martial law kind of thing, they could. So the mayor is technically in charge.
What about the colonel, though?
He is in charge. You would know he is in charge of the Crown's Guard, but he should be working with and technically under the mayor. But again, if he exerted control, who would the Crown's Guard listen to? That kind of thing.
But they're part of the military, right?
More like a police force
Is it
than a
colonel,
military, because
police
there's a military, and the Crown's Guards are more. Think of them more like police than military members.
And they're Magnamar police, or they're this whole regions police?
The region's police. They're trained in Magnamar, and then they're sent out to the towns.
Okay.
So if the Crown's Guard that are in Sandpoint, that are from here and live here, they would go get trained, and then come back and be the Sandpoint Crown's Guard.
So does the mayor actually have authority over them, or
Technically, but realistically,
they're gonna listen to the colonel more than the mayor?
technically the mayor is in charge,
Okay.
and the colonel should be working with the mayor. But again, it's just who are they going to listen to if push comes to shove, kind of thing.
Sure.
So it is a power dynamic, which is why the mayor was pleasant.
Okay. Thanks for explaining that.
Well, that's something you've lived in the general area your whole life, so that's something you would just have picked up over time.
Okay. Sure.
And you watch as the sheriff kind of lowers his head, and you can hear his hand go from flat to.
Oh, Desna, help that man. Thank you again.
If he's a issue, Madam Mayor, there is a task we were considering undertaking, but would feel more at ease having backup in case all of us end up dead. I mean, I can only stuff souls and bodies so many times.
I am interested in hearing about this. I want to know what this problem
It's the
is,
same.
especially if it affects the
12
town.
miracles.
Let me make sure you're aware. The Colonel would most likely not enlist your help. Let me put it that way. If there is something that needs to be taken care of and you feel needs a larger body than just yourselves, feel free to let me know and I will tell the Colonel. And I just want to make sure you're aware that anything the Colonel feels needs to be dealt with will probably not involve your little group. That's just the way he strikes.
I don't want to send that many young Crown Guards to their deaths.
So what?
He's the
Yeah,
girl.
I'm
I'm sorry,
worried.
ma'am.
You keep
Hold
talking
on.
about dying. It makes
Yeah.
me slightly worried. Is there something we should worry about with our town?
Oh no, only if somebody goes swimming across to the island and opens this big door that's down there, like under a bunch of stuff. It's not a
Did
big
we,
deal.
did we destroy the bridge?
But like,
Yeah.
is this
Did you?
like, is he?
I mean,
I don't remember.
maybe it was made of wood and rickety.
You lit the
and
fire.
said-
I don't believe anybody explicitly said they were doing anything to the bridge. I'm just reminding you.
That correct.
So like, is this Colonel guy? Like, is he bugging you? Cause
Colonel is very good at what he does. And I am happy his Crown's Guard are here for our village.
they could stay here with help. Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, when I requested more Crown's Guard, he came with them. If they were going to come, he was part and parcel. So, we have to deal with him until he decides he's ready to leave.
Meat suit?
Sheriff, what's the likelihood that you can keep your townsfolk from going and poking around Thistletop?
I can pretty much guarantee it, because I don't believe anybody has been to Thistletop in a decade or more.
Not since they closed down the amusement park.
The rides were no fun. No. Everybody knows that that's where whatever goblin tribe is on top at the time stakes their claim, so the townsfolk stay away from it.
Has anybody here been young before? Young and reckless?
I want to go stake my
No, I was
claim
born
on
this age.
Thistletop so I can kill the goblins as they come.
Thankfully, while goblins by themselves are not supremely dangerous, everybody in town knows how sadistic the goblins can be. So even young, brave teenagers are usually smart enough to find their kicks elsewhere.
I just worry what somebody might think if they hear that Thistletop has been cleared out and burned down. It might be a fun place to...
Dig up interesting artifacts,
Point.
see if there are any
portal to the
locked
netherworld.
doors.
Do they have skills to open said doors?
Well, we
though?
have the.
Can they push?
I don't think it's just a push.
I'm sorry. Dying portals and doors with locks.
It was a lot.
There's a lot.
Should I be worried about my village?
Only if people go digging what's remaining underneath Thistletop. If it stays buried, no. It'll stay there for another, what? How old was it again?
A couple thousand years?
Couple thousand years, it should be good.
Good to know.
Just as a thought, though, the colonel seems very...
Ching, ching, ching. Yeah, almost worth a couple thousand years. Yeah, almost.
Colonel seems very self-important. Is there any way that we can find a task that only someone of his magnificence could take care of in the town while we borrow some of his soldiers.
That would be lovely. Unfortunately, the Colonel has gotten to where he is by following orders. And his orders are to secure the town. I don't know if you would be able to pull him away from it.
Well, I don't really want to pull him away from it.
I don't know if he'll loosen his grasps on any of his crowns. I'm not saying you can't try. I just don't know what the likelihood would be.
Sorry, is that intentionally not the camera?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm using the one on
Training exercise.
Go on.
Some of the Colonel's men look like they could use some training and exercise.
They
The
obviously.
terrain around Thistletop.
Would be excellent for land nav.
A man like the Colonel might take offense to his troops needing training, though.
You don't need. They're
Did
just
you
providing.
see-
We're providing an opportunity.
Did you see how those humans crapped themselves all over at the sight of our party? They need training.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Was that the new people?
Jill and Nate's camera frozen.
Yep. Fixing it.
You guys are supposed to do it
Just keep going. Okay, good.
Damn it, Bill! Because you're giggling. Just broken.
Jill is amazing.
I
Like
was
she's
trying to
just
spit
perfect.
it out. You guys are doing perfect. Okay.
Like I
Watching,
swear,
that's actually really good.
I swear,
That was
Jill
really good.
is
really
not even blinking. I don't know how she's doing it, but it's incredible.
She has retreated.
I've had goldfish brain all day. That's nothing. I can hold that for fucking hours today.
That was awesome.
Studious.
Training exercise.
As I was saying.
Okay, but if we only have some of them, and only the ones that the Colonel feels need training, again, should we fail, the thing that comes out from underneath the ground is going to wipe the freaking floor with
Okay, well,
whoever's there.
so that's a good point. I mean, do we expect the men that are under Colonel Windbag to actually be worth anything against this creature? Or do we just need, like, a body that can burn a bridge?
Look,
I'm sorry? Creature?
it might not be.
Um,
It could be
there
like a.
A fucking.
I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything you have done for this village, but hearing about 1,000-year-old locked doors, creatures, and Colonel Windbag's men dying makes me very nervous.
I mean, if it's a
nervous
1,000-year-old
leaving it
door,
there.
you know it's durable.
Is
It's
something
been around
going
a
to
long
come
time.
out of this door?
No, not as long as the door isn't opened. Don't open the door. Don't let curious youths get the gall up to go up there and play.
Then why?
Don't let it get dug up unless you've got someone probably more powerful than us. Probably. Not necessarily.
I
wanted to hunt the goblins. I was
I
fine
know.
with leaving the
I can say with
And it's coming. We're
decent
fine.
certainty
Thank
that
you.
we can probably keep the youth away from there.
Should we at least
But,
have them go
the-
destroy
the
bridge?
The travel to Thistletop is dangerous in and of itself.
Okay.
So
So how about as
teenagers
how
walking
about
there
as
is
a-
not something we've been
an exercise in being thorough? You ask and or convince Colonel Windbag to send a few troops to burn the bridge that we may have left that goes to the island, and not investigate the ruins further.
I
That.
can
Oh.
speak to the colonel and mention it, and we can see what comes of it.
Fair.
Or if his men are handling guarding the town, maybe the Sandpoint guards could do that.
With his men around town, I'd rather not let any of Sandpoint's crown guards go. But I will speak with the colonel, and I will see what we can work out.
Mayor, if any of his men make trouble, give me their names.
Only if you want them
I'm
eaten.
scared to ask why, but if we have any trouble, I will make sure you find out one way or another.
Thank you.
Yes. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Is there anything else we can help you with?
You have done more than enough, especially considering you're all only been in town for a week now or so.
Maybe,
We're gonna go have to punch it ourselves.
maybe go put a guard in front of the glassworks again. There were some collapsed tunnels. We don't know.
I think they're still guarding it, supposedly.
Yes,
You
we
are
still
still-
have. We have narrowed it down to just 3, but we do have guards patrolling the entrances. Is there? Should we
Are we
go
gonna
inside,
be-
and
what?
should I have them clean it out? Is
No,
it
God, no.
safe?
Yeah,
No,
don't.
I wouldn't start using it yet.
Oh, all right. Then I will wait until you tell us.
Hold that thought for one moment, Mayor. Go ahead. What was your...
Are we planning on going back to the island?
I thought
We
you
have one
wanted the
person who
bridge
really wants to go.
burned.
And if so,
Instead of walking out of the room, madam, and coming to a decision on our own, we're allowing you to be a part of this conversation. But primarily, we really want to see what it is in there dead. Or re-dead, or whatever it is under
undead again.
undead again. That's when they come back again, isn't it?
Read.
Mage, you got any experience on that? Which
It's hard to say. I didn't really see that much in the 1,000-year-old broadcast to tell us the nature of the creature. Just that it's so well, it's bad. I don't want to say too much in the present company.
You're saying that's the sort of thing that you would neither like nor subscribe to?
I remember the feeling of it. In
This
my
is
brain.
likely.
yeah, that's okay. We're gonna leave it alone. We were gonna find something else.
I want to go kill goblins.
I mean, I think we were going to leave open the possibility of dealing with it at some point. It's just not necessarily that we're going to deal with it right
Well,
now.
it's definitely still on the table. We will keep that. Let's put it this way, Sheriff, Madam Mayor. If we do decide to go kick the hornet's nest, do you want to know about it before or after we kick the hornet's nest?
I would prefer to know it before so we can prepare in case the hornets overrun you and come back this way.
That's what they all say.
Alright. Cool.
Agreed.
Thank you.
So do we want them to burn the bridge?
Next, we might want to actually use it later on. How about just leave it?
Alright. If you change your mind, let me know. And if you kick a hornet's nest, please let me know. Thank you.
Nothing else further for us, yeah?
Way to worry the townsfolk.
Not just the mayor.
Well, the mayor and the sheriff should know what's going on. They're kind of responsible for dealing with the people and the populace and whatever befalls them if we do kick a hornet's nest. Better to be straight up and honest with them. It might get us more beer.
Low-hanging fruit, that one.
Cool.
Very well. If you
Alright.
need us, I think we're gonna go retire to the Rusty Dragon, have a few drinks and a good meal, and preferably a bath.
It's probably a good idea.
The sheriff raises his head.
You don't have to.
So you've bathed
I-
this year. Why are you bathing again?
I would say
It's a thing.
2, perhaps,
2.
baths.
What are you
Be
trying to say, Mayor?
That was the sheriff.
Oh, what are you trying to say, Sheriff?
Marif.
Mariff.
Mayor.
I
Share and Mariff?
Wait, 2
would appreciate
baths
it.
in a day?
So now I have to ask, would you
You're
prefer
talking multiple
our
baths
company
in a
or the
year
Colonel's
and
company?
Multiple in
I
a
think
day?
if you have a nice scrub,
If
you
you
can
were to
come back and
bathe
talk
in the
anytime.
blood of your enemies more than once a day, even though it's still a blood bath, would that still be a twice a day bath?
Don't
Just-
be ridiculous.
So I only have to make sure you bathe in the blood of your enemies once a day. Got it.
I mean, if
Never
you're a
have to do it
necromancer,
twice.
that's probably a normal bath.
Your ignorance is astounding.
Interesting.
But do orcs like blood as
Blood
baths?
I mean, killing's fun.
But do you like actual baths that are blood?
You know,
Never tried one.
Tarnin turns and starts walking out the door at this point.
I've
who
never
doesn't
actually
like-
tried that.
traditional blood baths, like bathing in blood, Arakokra.
What
Can
do
you
guys
take normal baths? Because will that wash the oils out of your feathers?
It'll sleep right off me. I
So-
take a lot
like
of time
water off an
breeding
Oracle
myself.
back?
Alright, so.
Sorry, carry on.
So. Yeah, no, I'm gonna exit the. I'm gonna leave.
Alright. So
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Tarnin leaves, Nishu follows.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
still
else
gonna be
can
talking
come
about
with
the
them
as well.
blood bath
Okay.
and just like, maybe some of these guards would. Maybe some of these king's guards leader might be able to figure it
As-
out, so I could try a blood bath, like an
As-
actual blood bath.
As you walk out, you hear the sheriff go, "Not the Sandpoint ones!"
Duh, of course not.
Yeah, we seem to like them.
Okay, so you exit the town hall.
Yes.
Should we
Take
head
a look
for?
As I walk out, I pause, take a look around for our newfound tail.
Give me a perception check. First roll of the night.
Can I help him?
Motherfucker, I hope he says yes.
Yeah, yes. You can either help him or you can perceive yourself.
I'll help him.
Where's Tammy's dice frickin' tower?
You want to use this?
Hey, there you go.
13 plus whatever it is.
know,
Hold
what
on.
22.
22. What is it, a perception you said?
Yes.
Starts with a P. So 16.
16. He is directly across. There is an alley between the two buildings where there. I mean, there's with the way the sun is, like there's a little bit of shadow, and you can see a. He's shorter than you. Male with a long brimmed hat, kind of like up against the wall. And again,
Is he humming
This
his
is-
own theme song?
it almost
Does
looks
he
like
have
it. Like
an
you, this,
option,
as you look at this person, you can see that they think that they are just like ninja hidden, just blending in with the darkness. But as you step out, they are clear as day. Like you can see them across, and there's.
So if he sees this, can he
Tracking down Jake.
point it out to the rest of us?
I could.
He could make
I'm
it
about
like
to
he could
decide.
whisper to you and let you know because it is across the street and in the.
Not only do we, since I've walked out ahead of these guys, I'm only 5 feet ahead, but I see this guy trying to make a decision in his head, and he walks straight towards the guy, never taking his eyes off him.
Okay. Is everybody following? Like you come out of the building and you see Tarnin walking straight across the
Have
street.
you indicated anything to us?
He
yet,
hasn't.
Or you're just...
He said no. He's
walking
just
straight
forward.
I mean, I'm still babbling about, trying
Blood
to
baths.
get enough blood to.
So
bath
this
time
virgin
and
bloodbath
actually
conversation
Is following me in
is
my
following-
wake.
Yeah, she's gonna follow
And as
me
you're
right,
walking
'cause,
across,
like,
you
wouldn't that
get
be like
you're halfway across the street and there's no movement. You get about like 75, 80. Like you're closing the gap 15, 10, 5, nothing until you're about 3 or 4 feet away from him, and then you start to see this figure like slowly move back, doesn't turn and run or anything, just kind of like
At this point, do the rest of us see this?
like moving. And by the time you got to this point, like 3/4 of the way across the street, everybody would be able to very obviously see this person.
So I use prestidigitation. It's always so hard to say. To make a little shower of sparks behind this person.
Okay.
Try to scare them.
Does that do just visual or just audio or?
I think it's both.
Is it?
But
Okay.
it's harmless.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if it's visual or audio, just
I think
for
it's
my
both.
own purposes.
Just
Okay.
a sensory.
So this shower of sparks, like all of a sudden it's like a small firework goes off. Just and the guy, the person, oh my god, oh my god, oh.
Tarn
And it's like
pointedly-
5 feet away from Tarn as this happening. He's like looking back and looking at you and looking back and looking at you, and you see this like there's like a wide brimmed straw hat just like jerking as he's moving, and he doesn't know what to look at.
Tarn pointedly rolled his eyes into something to this effect. Oh my gosh, look, there's a person.
Hi, person.
Why are you startling me? What did you do to the wall? Who are you?
He kind of like backs up to the wall and just and kind of like starts to kind of shift away from you.
Don't move. I'll let her eat you. I
I
swear.
moved to the other side to just kind of physically.
She can make my blood bath.
Blood, oi, no, don't hide me. I ain't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. It's not my fault.
What's the
I
message?
hurt you.
What's the message?
You weren't supposed to see me. I was practicing my sneaking.
Well, when you lit the freaking wall on fire.
That wasn't me.
Whatever. You got some
was
crazy magic.
completely hidden.
I got it. No problem. I forgive
How'd
you.
you
Just
how'd you see me? And as you're having this conversation, you see, like everybody kind of closes in. You see that this is a young boy, like 14, 15 years old. The shaggy hair sticking down under the sticking down out from under his wide brimmed hat. He's got like a couple of tufts of facial hair, like he's trying like shaggy, like he's really trying to grow it out, but it's not working very well. He's not working very well, and it's just it is a very young boy, and he looks, and as this conversation progresses, he at first goes from like scared and just to straight to like downtrodden, like he just looks sad, like. But I guess I have to work on my sneaking more.
You need
sneak up
lessons?
on you.
Why are you here?
Our mutual friend, he wanted a meeting for you, and I was told to tell you that we're ready for the meeting.
when and where?
Sneak.
And who?
No, don't ask that. This one's on me.
Oh,
Yeah, listen to your friend.
Hey,
Sorry.
you pay attention to me. Don't badmouth these folks. I'll let her eat you. I'll let him pick your eyes out.
Eat them.
And
I
I'll let him-
I'm not eating. I didn't do
Look, all I want
nothing.
right now, stop talking, except for when and where.
Whenever you're ready.
Where?
The White Deer Inn on the north side of town.
Okay. Who am I looking for and what's the name?
Walk in, go to the bartender, and tell him that it's good to be. You like being a good neighbor.
I like being a good neighbor.
Yeah.
The State Farm agent. Is it Jake from State Farm?
I hate you guys.
Can you tell him that you didn't see me coming?
That would be a lie if they asked me.
Well, yeah.
You want me to lie to
but
your employer?
You're not my employer, the bartender. Can you tell?
so what did the bartender want of you?
You don't want to know that.
Bartender didn't want anything. You tell bartender
Look,
the phrase.
this is
and he
a
lets you
meeting
in.
that I need to attend.
By yourself?
Well, I'm trying to decide that because for them to be this brazen and just walk out and send this guy, maybe you guys happen to be at the same bar.
You can tell him I didn't see him.
So,
True.
would you tell him? Tell him I'm really good at sneaking.
Dude,
I was
Tell him-
focused on a blood
Tell him
bath.
Paddock
Pat,
snuck up on you,
Pat,
and you
Paddock,
didn't even know he was there.
Paddock,
Yeah,
can you sneak me a beer?
a beer.
A beer.
You want a beer?
A beer.
You're going to the bartender. You can
Can
ask him.
you sneak me a beer?
Where you want it snuck to?
His hand. His left hand.
Where you gonna be?
That's the training part. You gotta find him.
What? So I have to.
We're gonna
I have
go.
to get a beer and find you and take the beer to you, right?
I'm just asking if you can do that.
Well, yeah.
Alright, then do it.
When?
Now?
Right now?
Right now.
Can I go?
You good?
I mean,
We'll find your bloodbath somewhere else.
No bloodbath. I heard no
Hey, it's not your decision. Just relax.
bloodbath.
Yeah,
How am I
this guy
supposed to
doesn't.
relax when you're talking about bloodbaths?
I
This
just
guy doesn't
want to
deserve
see
it.
if it works.
What works?
A bloodbath. Bathing in blood.
Yeah.
But, no, okay.
What if he sneaks you a bloodbath?
It wouldn't be authentic.
It's a drink.
I'm
I feel like I need to
so
fill the tub
confused
myself.
right now.
Well, okay. No, that's fine. You can go and you can get the beer.
Paddock.
Paddock, a tip for you.
Yeah,
When you're trying to sneak,
yeah.
don't look like you're trying to sneak.
But if I'm sneaking good, you don't know what I look like.
Because you're not looking like you're
Is
trying
the rest
to
of the
sneak.
party paying attention to this kid?
As far as I know, everybody's staring at him.
Because then
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneak off. If they're all focused in on this kid,
I'm focusing
They-
on this kid.
Well, to be fair though, I'm on the other side of him.
sure,
so
I can
I'd probably
shift around a
be-
little bit. I'll move a little bit.
But if he's, I don't know, if we're like in an alley and he's against the wall and I'm on the
Yeah,
other
you're
side
kind of like a
him,
horseshoe around him.
I'm probably not
against the
gonna
wall.
Miss you.
You can, I mean, you can try.
I would like
You
to
can
try. I
sneak
mean,
off.
these guys are bigger. If I can put the
You could signal to
gnome
me
block.
to ignore you.
Give me a stealth check.
You guys
It
are
is
bullies.
the middle of the day. It is a darker alley. Just give me a straight stealth check.
As opposed to.
Like advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, got you.
I was thinking of disadvantage because it's the day, but it's in a darker alley. So
I have a 14.
14. Okay. Lars, give me a perception check against his stealth check, because you would be the person who was opposite. So Lars would be the person that you'd be.
And then you either choose.
Oh, it's not good.
Well, it depends. Cause
But I mean, maybe it's good for you. Like,
What is it?
I have to figure out what my perception
Stealth
is.
or perception. Yeah.
Which I have to figure out. It's not passive, right? It's
No, it's just it should just be perception. It'd be like with your stealth and sleight of hand and arcana and
Why is it so hard to find things?
skills. I think.
It's underneath nature, above performance.
Ah, here we go. That's impressive that you. Oh, you're looking.
She's
I'm looking at it right now.
She's like staring at it, waiting for the answer to compare it to hers.
So, yeah, it's
they
a
throw
7.
A 7?
their
Okay.
She's like,
Although to be fair, I'm not actively
No, I
percepting.
But no, and that's so. As this conversation is going on, and he's hearing bloodbath and sneaking a beer wherever I may be, and like this conversation is going on, Tarnin kind of moves behind, like Icky, and then back and around the corner, and you're gone. Like this is going on, and nobody sees you leave.
okay.
So, no bloodbath.
Shit, no, kid. It's okay.
But are you? Do you work for this bartender? Or do you work at the bar? Because if you could get us all around beers, you know, we'd be feeling a lot better about.
So
You accept
this
young
kid.
So if I,
More than you.
wait. So if I get you around beer, you tell the bartender that my sneaking that I snuck up on you and gave you this message.
You sneak
that?
up to me and give me that beer, yeah.
All right.
It's got to be a decent beer though,
What kind of beer?
not the swill. I mean, it's.
What's swill?
Oh, Lord.
At this point, Grelda, jaw agape. What kind of beer? What swill? Come over here right now, young man. How old are you?
Yeah.
I think you stuck away.
15.
Oh, that's Grelda.
Close enough. Yeah, I stuck away.
Yeah. Tarnin is now out of sight.
How old are you? That's 15. That's close enough. Icky, which one do you think he would prefer? Excellent choice. And she picks out one of the more fruity, not overly alcoholic to start off, try this. Drink it.
Ooh. Ooh.
What?
You're getting called out.
I'm not sure Grelva would give beer to a Ute.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, that's fire?
That's fair. So he takes a sip and he just stares at you. Stares at Grelva.
And what do you taste?
It's fruity. It's good.
Which one did you give him?
Did you make it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. I was hoping you would actually notice that they had nuts and berries and give me the description.
Well, it's got a floral palette. It's got a slightly
I'm
nutty
so
undertone.
glad you noticed that. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if that was going to actually...
It's delicious.
Really?
Yeah. Can I go now?
Did you drink it all?
Do you want me to?
Do you want to?
I don't know.
How does it make you feel?
Scared. if I drink it, can I go?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It's a hazelnut base.
It's delicious. I'll get you that beer. Just tell him that.
It's creamy and nutty with a bright, watery finish
can
that
I-
rounds it out and keeps it from going. I'm speaking. Hold on. And
He just, like,
keeps
he stands
it
there.
going peanut buttery.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I'm gonna go.
I would like the glass back though.
Here you go. Thank you. And he
Come
just
on.
turns around and starts walking
You're a
away,
good
like
kid.
looking over his shoulder.
You're a good kid. Guy scaring him was fun.
And don't tell me she wouldn't have authored this guy. She's 15. Back in the medieval ages, 15 was old enough to run away and go do your own thing.
I mean, if you're...
In fact, adventurers start at 15.
And I never know how interactions are going to go with you guys. I just never know.
Bet you didn't expect me to end up with the giggles over that guy.
Bloodbath is not something I assumed was going to get discussed.
For 20 minutes.
Alright, so the kid has gone down the alley and turned. His message delivered.
Okay.
Tarn nowhere to be found.
Which the kid didn't even notice either. No one noticed. That's amazing. Poof.
Shit, guys, we lost Tarnan.
So yeah, at this point, like, when the
Yeah,
kid gone, we probably already was like, where the hell
Ah.
is Tarnan?
Away from you.
That's
Did-
called his voice.
Did anybody see where Tarnan went?
Yeah.
It's closer, at least. Yeah,
Tarnan?
and
Wow, that's
out of
I
sight,
didn't
out
stealth
of
that good.
mind. God damn.
that's when I roll a 30.
Then he like stealths back into the
Oh, God!
he stealths into Barovia.
Yeah.
So, Tarn's gone. So the question is, do we go to this bar that the kid mentioned, or do we stick with our plans and go back to the Dragon? What's the name of the bar with the
Rusty Dragon.
Rusty Dragon?
If the kid is going to bring me a beer, I want to be where the kid will be.
We don't know where the kid's gonna be.
Right, so...
Plus, Tarnan just disappeared, so he could be in trouble. We don't know.
Tarnan won't be in trouble.
He could
won't-
Maybe he's getting a head start on the beer.
He could be. We don't know at this point. We really should probably go investigate, and then also get beer while we're there.
I feel like the beer investigation is kind of what needs to happen.
I'm surrounded by drunkards.
I think beer investigation is a great word.
Beer investigation, I like it. New stat.
Beer investigation.
Beer investigation.
Give me a beer investigation check.
And
It's not on here?
What's that?
Kind
God
of
damn it, D&D Beyond.
Come on!
Come on!
Okay. just to keep the DM appraised, Tarnin actually went to the Rusty Dragon and was going to go say hi to Amiko and see if she's feeling better yet.
Alright, so you're on your way to the Rusty Dragon.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing? Not knowing where Tarnin is going.
What was the name of the bar that the other kid mentioned? Tavern? Whatever it's called.
That is my
Did
question.
anybody write them?
Yeah,
No.
okay.
No?
Well,
Notes are important! The White Deer Inn on the north side.
Oh, you're going to tell him?
It was white something. There can't be that many bars in this
I mean-
town. We could ask around.
It could be.
Well,
it was
nobody,
written
nobody
down.
said they wrote it down, so I was
It could
just gonna
easily
leave
be
you guys
Wisconsin
completely
town.
hanging.
Damn it.
Well, if you would have said you wrote it down, I wouldn't have said it.
Well, we got.
Okay.
I know where Tarnin is. I don't really like hanging out in the fucking taverns, guys. I don't feel like doing that right now. So I'm gonna go take up my trusty comfy spot by the glassworks and get to polishing my axes up again. They
So-
didn't get to see a lot of action, but
Is that a euphemism?
go get drunk.
Just curious.
Go get drunk. Get out of here.
All right,
Yeah,
well-
that's why I. That's why
We've
I
been
got
instructed to go get drunk.
Alright. You don't have to tell me thrice.
Okay, so Shinichi
I just did.
turns around and walks towards the glassworks.
Just to go settle in.
Anyone want to help me decide since someone's AFK? Where do you think Skreld is going to go? To the dragon? Or follow you two?
She does have an interest in Amiko.
She does.
She has.
So,
yeah.
Geralda, what do you think? Should we go to the White Deer or back to the Dragon?
Well, the White Deer does sound a bit interesting, but I'm kind of curious to see how Miko's doing, and maybe actually take that bath and get a meal.
That sounds pretty good right now, actually.
Can't fault you there.
We have all this gold, Icky.
But
We
we
can afford to
couldn't.
buy our own beer.
And if this
Tarnin
kid's
took
worth
the gold
half
with
of
him.
what he's touting, he'll find us.
I don't think that.
I don't think you're seeing the kid.
He'll find
Right then, let's go see Miko.
Alright.
Tarnin has about a 5-minute head start on everybody else, and we're gonna take like 5 minutes.
Perfect.
Alright, so everybody decides to go to
The Frankenstein.
the Frankenstein.
Sorry. That's in there.
Alright, so everybody decides to go back to the Rusty Dragon. Tarnin is a couple minutes ahead. Are you going to? What is Tarnin going to do as the rest of? Are you just gonna go in, or are you gonna wait?
Yep, I'm gonna go in. Gonna go.
Seduce
Alright, as you enter again, this is
No, I think Grelly would
probably.
kill him.
It's probably in the like 2 to 3, like I would say like 2:30ish in the afternoon.
Okay.
So as you walk in to the Rusty Dragon, there is a decent amount of people there eating, just hanging out.
I was gonna say, I forgot they had food. There's like a
Yeah.
decent amount
Decent
of people
amount of-
there.
there's a
It's
decent amount of
barely a
noise.
bar. Is this Wisconsin?
Whiskey.
Yes, yes it is.
I have a tavern playlist. Haha.
I noticed you haven't had to tuck your penis tonight.
No, my penis wasn't feeling. My peni were not feeling good.
Oh.
They were very tired, so they were going to
I
go to
could
bed
have
early.
sworn that you said, I noticed you didn't tuck your penis tonight. No, like,
Wait, are we back on the German porno?
Apparently,
He was looking forward to Frankenstein.
Well,
like,
I hope your penis or peni feel
I
better soon.
will think of you when I talk to them.
give him a little stroke for me.
Right, on that note,
Behind Sean's head, on the other side of the wall.
Maybe that's the problem, was the stroke.
The Frankenstein.
My money's on the no he cheats.
Alright, so
Take it.
you walk into the Rusty Dragon. Again, there's a decent amount of people in there. They're eating, they're being served lunch and
You go up
ale.
and about, walking. So
What was
it's
that?
here.
As you walk in, you see the bar is to your left. Miko is actually at the end of the bar, sitting on a stool. She is like you can tell like she's wearing her normal clothes, but you can see that they're bulky in certain areas. You can tell she's still bandaged up. and you can see a bandage sticking out from under her
She
sleeve.
is pumping up. Too.
She is pumped up, pumped up. As she's sitting there, and are you okay?
He's going through.
He's gonna die.
A little bit Francis tried to breathe water.
Doesn't usually work out.
I mean, you gotta check.
But the thing is, it doesn't
You never know when
usually-
you might spontaneously evolve.
You gotta try to breathe the Francis skinker. You might be able to.
Frankenskanker. So as you walk in, you see Miko at the end of the bar, and then you see Bethana and the other bartender that served you on numerous occasions. You see them kind of like serving beer, serving ale, dropping off food, checking on customers, kind of running around. As Amiko sees you enter, she gets a relieved look on her face, stands up, and like begins to cross the bar to you. Takes a couple of steps, and like the flash out of the corner of your eye, you just see the streak, and you see Bethana just run up, like to her side. Oh no, you're not going anywhere. You sit back down. I don't care who it is. I don't care. This is the 4th time. Try to get up. You sit your ass down. You rest. No, I don't want to hear anything. And you see her kind of like herd. You see her herd Amiko back to her chair.
Okay, but did Bethana notice that it was me yet?
No. She basically, like, she was over here, she saw her get up, and she just
So she
folded
flashed to Miko?
Yes, she flashed to Miko.
She flashed to Amiko.
Twice? I come up behind her and clear my throat.
As she's, she is
Being a
like a security guard.
Yeah.
Like, she's, her arms out, she's like, no, you will, you sit down, sit. And you hear, like, she is like, wait, you just hold on. She didn't even look at you, she was kind of hurting, and Amiko is slowly backing up.
How is my patient?
You're patient, I hear you, just stop, wait. And then she waits until like Amiko sits, she like looks at her, and then she turns around. I'm really glad you're back, but don't let her get up. She's still resting, she's still recovering, and if she opens up those stitches because you people come here and say hi to her.
So you don't want me to try to help her?
I would love for you to try and help her as she sits. I know I don't want anybody getting up. And then she points to the other side of the bar. I hear you. Sit, wait, I'll be right there. Don't let her get up. I'm looking, look at me. Don't let her get up.
Calm down.
No, don't let her get up. Okay,
Listen.
you do what you need to do.
Listen! I'll make sure she stays here, but I need you to do me a favor before everybody else shows up. Go grab a couple of tankards and a couple of big pitchers for the rest of the crew that's going to show up through the door, and they're going to want to come over here. The best way you're going to distract them is with...
I'm Lord.
Excellent.
Heather, come, do what he wants. Shut up, do what he wants. Okay, alright.
No.
Don't let her get up. No, you don't let her
Listen.
get up? Okay, and then she starts backing away. Don't let her get up.
Lord.
I'll give you your stuff. Don't let her get up. Don't do it. And then she turns around and starts walking off. And he,
Hi, Mom.
yes, what can I do for you?
I was just actually honestly going to see how you're doing.
Actually, I'm sorry. This is the bartender.
Oh.
He's kind of okay. As Bethana is kind of like making her way through. What can I get you?
4 tankards of the really good stuff. Set it on the nearest table to here so that Amiko doesn't have to get up. And the rest of the crew's coming. Let me know how much we end up owing.
Gotcha. And then Amiko is just leaning against the bar. Hammer. They don't know anything. Clear that table. And he's like, she's talking slow but steady, and he's like,
Hold her hand.
yes.
And pat her shoulder and say, that's very kind of you. And I don't both... Mother trucking son of a... Has anyone got a luck to give me?
No.
You want to try this for luck?
Well,
You already rolled.
yeah.
You can do that.
She gets 3.
3? Okay. As you put your hand on top of hers, and she just she shivers, and then opens her eyes and looks at you, and immediately you see a look of recognition. Like, she knows what happened.
Just between you and I.
Alright.
If you don't mind.
I don't. And she kind of tilts her head at you and looks at you, just kind of gives you a different, just like she's seeing you a little differently.
It's a small ability.
Thank
Maybe
you.
one day it'll be something to share openly, but
And then, as Antler is clearing the table, you see him like, get up, go, and there was 3 people sitting at a table, and he's getting up and moving them further down, and that's when the rest of you come in, and you see Tarnan standing next to Amiko, who was sitting at the bar, and one of the bartenders clearing out a table right next to it. And then as he clears them out, you guys walk in, he turns around and heads into the back and starts getting the tankers.
So I assume when we walk in, do we fairly quickly see where he's at?
Yes.
Well, like Icky heads right over, just like no
no big deal.
hesitation, just like, oh hey, it's Tarnan. They're getting a table set up for us. Great.
Did you expect anything less of me?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm still
Hey,
waiting.
Tarnan, what happened?
Icky is
We got
still
separated.
waiting for that little boy and his beer.
It's wrong
I
bar.
don't know. Like I'm just like the whole like.
We're at the wrong
Icky's
bar.
like totally
No.
expecting. No, Icky doesn't care.
It's gonna happen or it's not
He
gonna
was
happen.
like, this is the mission he sent the little boy on. So this is Icky's expectation. So carry on, but there's like the whole time, like Icky's just every now and again like looking around, like, all right, no, he's sneaking,
Well,
sneaking. It's
Hey,
fine.
good to see you. What happened?
Oh,
We got
girl,
separated
guys.
somehow.
Yeah, I had things. Are you hungry?
I could eat.
Fantastic. Order what you want. It's on. Oh, I was gonna say it's on me. Is it on me?
Amiko's, you all see her leaning against the bar.
Does she look a little better?
I mean, she looks a little better.
Okay.
She still just looks, if anything, she looks weary. Just tired.
Got it.
Just exhausted.
You're trying to extort the.
She raises her hand.
Not trying to. But...
Let's just say your rooms and food and drink, let's extend it a few days.
We're not gonna like make this business go under, are we?
No, that is not my intent at all.
I'll make you a deal. You tell me and my patrons some good adventure stories about what you guys have done at some point. I'll leave it.
If only we had a fast talker who could come up with really good descriptions of what we've done in the last couple of days. Do we have one of those? Grelda?
It doesn't have to be right now. Just
Oh.
Okay. My highest patronage is in the evenings. Some evening,
Perfect.
regale them with the story of some quality adventure. If you can enthrall them, we'll call it.
I'm sure they will love to hear all about those cider recipes.
As Grelda begins to rattle, like Grelda stands up and turns to the patrons and begins to say everything. She goes one recipe into a second and just says everything that's in them and the process of fermenting the ales and getting all the recipes just right. And then
The love and feelings that
Amiko.
go into it.
Amiko like reaches her hand over and down and taps Grelda on the shoulder until Grelda turns around and Amiko goes, "Adventure,
It was an adventure to make it.
adventure."
You would not
please."
believe how much feeling and craft is this. The experience
she
you
gives
have
a
with
little bit of a squeeze.
Yes. What is it, dear?
A different kind of adventure.
Is she coming on to you?
Grelda blushes.
Amiko gives a little bit more of a squeeze. I think you. Thank you. And then, like, pushes her off to the side. Now, order what you'd like. Again, it's on the house.
I don't know, it's that kind of place.
What else on the house?
I mean, order what you like. apparently you're gonna
Oh,
get it.
food! Yes! Of course! I would like, I'm sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'll get right back to you.
I love that little, like,
I'm pretty small. I could stand in the corner or
look
something.
down in a way. It's like, somewhere else.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I mean, I'd rather have you here, Tammy, but this is almost
Almost
as good.
worse. I mean,
Almost
better.
as good. All right, so
Yeah, the
chaos.
awkward interpretations of Grella's will is really pretty.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
all right, so you sit.
Ah.
Handler comes back over, sets beers down in front of each of you. So, food.
Please.
Yes,
Food?
please.
What food?
What
What would you like?
do you recommend today?
Oh, the sausage cheese platters. Delicious, and we still have a little left.
Sounds good here.
Sure.
Claw.
Okay. And he goes back in a few minutes.
A great
brings out
for the boy bringing my beer.
brings out a wooden tray.
He's trying to sneak
Sets it
up
down.
on you. You can't be too obvious.
Can't make it too easy for him.
Alright, he sets down a large wooden platter of different sausages and different cheeses.
Read the chat, please. Okay.
Tammy, I love you so much.
No, lad. It's really not.
Okay, so the food is down, the ale is down.
Man, I'd rule this place if I was a dog.
So, next. Or,
Eat my meal slowly. Enjoy the drink, the company. While we're waiting for people to show up out of nowhere, because they sneak well.
Like I was gonna say, like real quick, how long at this point, like, have we been at the Rusty Dragon? Like maybe
15, 20 minutes.
Okay, all right.
He's running behind.
Icky's not worried yet.
Oh, good.
I mean, the point.
He keeps looking at the door.
Yeah, no, it's
His feathers like twitch a little and he like looks at the
yeah,
door.
not like anxiously. Like Icky's really excited because he realizes the sneaky boy is not really sneaky, but he genuinely believes that he's gonna be bringing him a beer at some point tonight. Because
I love that that's your focus.
It was pretty amazing.
Well, because part of it was the challenge of finding you.
Yeah, all right.
At a
That's
random
part of
location.
it. Like,
so, like, it's, you know, it's a good
Icky
quest
believes
for
in this
kid.
little boy.
Yeah, and he
He's
should
like-
have a fair chance. I mean, how many people saw this oversized bird walking downtown? He should be able to find you.
Right? Like, Icky bears no misconceptions about Icky. Anyway.
So, congratulations on our first adventure. No one's come after us for horses that we owe. The horses died, right? We loaned them.
They're gone.
They're gone.
You
You tied him up.
purchased them, I think.
Let's go with
I
that.
believe you purchased them from the Goblin Squash stables.
Oh yes, and we got it. That's right, because we got a deal. Because, well, that one was Tammy or Grelda helped us get a really good deal out of that.
But they were purchased,
They were
so
purchased. So
you don't owe them to anybody.
No, then
They're
Tynan
just-
divvies out
they're just
the
gone.
coin right there to everybody. So everyone.
Everybody gets their 30 coin, 30 gold.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
3 silver pieces.
30 for you, and 30 silver for you, and 30 silver for you.
No, Tynan doesn't. I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm a good guy now. Right? Right, Icky?
You're caught!
Okay.
You're a bad guy with a hard goal.
Shut up! Yeah, okay, fine. Here, have your gold. To meeting fine bunch of adventurers and surviving our first out-of-town experience, huh? Cheers.
Cheers.
Ka-claw.
I know what some people want to do, like right now today. Like find goblins right now today.
Oh, not a Nico. Okay.
No. Yeah, I was kind of surprised on that too. I thought maybe, well, whatever. Okay, she wants a dressing. Why do you hate me? I don't know that I can do that.
You are playing Drellman
I know.
right now.
Okay. What is the next step for everyone? Are we staying on to see what happens next, or was this just one hell of a fantastic week? In my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna stay on and try to find out what's going on with all these goblins.
Okay.
You know I'm on until a few more things get clawed.
Yes, I do.
Well, I am not in the tavern with you because I decided to enjoy the sunshine.
Yep.
Damn it.
So
Although
she's
you don't know
currently
that.
sitting outside of the glasswork. The 3 rotating crowns guards, each time they come to the entrance that you are sitting at, kind of give you a nod.
Okay.
Continue on by.
I'm sorry, but the way you did that, like the rotating current, I'm just picturing the Crown's guards literally rotating.
Around her.
Like orbiting.
Just like, why did I come here? This is so weird.
These Crown's guards just keep floating by. It's like, oh god, I'm caught in the gravitational pull of this lesser adventurer.
Yes, you are.
Come here, boy, and I'll teach you to sharpen my axe.
As they walk by, they give you a nod. All 3 Crowns Guard are ones that were normal, that were Sandpoint Crowns Guards previously, so you are familiar with them, and they give you a nod of respect, and just continue on by to the next post as you're waiting.
They give you a
Because I'm
kind of
sharpening
circular
my
nod.
axes.
They give you like a upward
Like
head
a
nod.
good nod.
Like sup.
They're like, hey, sup?
So, friendly sup. I sup them back as they're doing this and just like,
Sup.
yeah. Good job, guys. Keeping it real.
Are you getting hungry or thirsty at all? You want to come to the Rusty Dragon?
She can't hear that question because
I know,
hear
but
you.
it's not in character. I'm just curious.
Oh, just sitting out here making.
How far away is she?
Again,
No, she's like-
making myself known, making.
She's like several blocks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, like make again. Just,
She's probably a good 5-minute walk away from
Yeah.
you guys.
like I'm out here in my old spot.
Let me see. The Rusty Dragon
Playing
is
with
right
my
there.
axes
See the
and
dragon on the
being
roof?
seen.
See the dragon on the roof right there?
on top.
The glassworks is, well, over here. Right there.
Yep.
So
So I-
that is about a few 5-minute
I
walk.
finished my my meal, and I mentioned to these guys, I'm gonna go check on Sneeshi.
But you have
If
a
you guys
pretty.
want to come or not, you can, but I'm gonna go
I
see
think
what's
it's
up.
probably fair to say that you have a pretty decent idea that Sinishi wants to hang around and chase down the remaining goblins.
Right, so Geisen gets up, says this, begins to leave.
Alright,
And I take my beer with me, by the way.
should we meet up somewhere specific tomorrow?
Amiko just like, can you leave the glass? Or just at least
I
return it?
I just finished it off quick and put it
So,
in the bar.
as Geisen is walking out, Downs sets it on a table. There's like 3 people sitting at the table just kind of look at the glass and look at this little gnome walking by. Just kind of shrug and go back to what they were doing.
That little for a gnome.
For a gnome, that's
The fact that you have to conch it with 4 gnome says that you're little. I'm tall for a gnome.
yeah, you're like.
I just keep imagining
Chin
Elfo.
high.
I was. Because I just had through my head like, I'm Elfo. Dunk. Puts down his empty, keeps like strutting.
Alright, so Geisen is making his way to the door.
Okay, Geisen. Meet
Yes.
up back here tomorrow morning?
Sure.
Sounds good. Have a good night, man.
You too?
Was that racist? No? Okay.
Alright, so Geisen makes his way out, begins to push, the doors open outward, and as the door opens outward, you literally run into somebody. And as you kind of gather yourself, the big brimmed hat is fixed, and this, like, he's a good 1.5 taller than you. He looks down and he goes, "Oi, I know you. Where's your boyfriend? Where's your boyfriend?" And then he kind of like opens up his jacket and he's got this small tankard that is just like the sides are just coated with ale. And he goes, "I snuck it all the way here. Where is he? Is he inside?"
Well, wait, well, where's mine?
He just
Swear to God, if you ruined this for me.
He looks at you and kind of like he backs up away from the door and he kind of pulls his jacket. He said he wanted one. He said sneak him one. Is he inside?
We said you were supposed to get us all a beer.
That's not what he said.
God damn.
And he like looks down at the beer and looks, and as he like opens up his jacket again, and his whole shirt is just like soaked with ale. And he goes, "What?"
You fucking killed me.
He goes, "What?" He said, "Sneak him a beer." He didn't say anything about. Do you want one too?
Okay, alright. Here's what you do.
Alright.
You can bring this one to him, but then I want you to bring 2 more beers to the Glassworks.
Glass, but there's gods outside the glassworks.
Well, I will be there with Sneeshi. You can bring us each a beer. It'll be fine.
Is she the bloodbath one?
She is, but she will not want to turn you into blood, especially if you bring beer.
So beer.
So bring a good beer.
Beer keeps me safe.
Yeah. I mean, that's a general rule for life, really.
Good to know. But is your bad friend inside?
He's inside. He's at the bar. You can go find him.
Alright, so glassworks. Two beers?
Yep, that's right.
Alright, what kind? What kind is the orc like? I don't want her to eat me.
The good stuff. She likes. She's very discerning palate.
Good stuff. Alright, good stuff. Glassworks. Alright. I can do that. Thank you. And then kind of like pushes past you. Alright, let you. And then as this happens, you see Iggy, you see this young man, again, like his hand is inside his coat over it. The worst possible sneaking job ever. And he's like, he sees you, and he looks at you, looks around, and then slowly begins to work his way into a corner.
I make him do that a few times. I act like I'm not noticing him.
Okay, so he gets to the corner and he looks at you and he catches your eye and he's like,
So I'm like,
again, he looks around and you see him like, as he turns to look, he goes, and looks at his jacket and goes,
I understand now that he's spilling my beer and hurry.
you work your way across and he like sits down at the one open table in the corner and just like looks around, and as you come around and you see, he goes, I told you I'll sneak. I got you. And he looks around, opens it and slides the ale over, and he goes, I told you I was doing it.
I said, like, you, friend, are the sneakiest person I have ever met.
You see this just look of elation wash over his face. I knew it. I knew I was sneaky.
The a new house.
That's honestly Tarn's concern.
When you go to the White Deer,
tried to
when you
get
go to the
rid of
White
this.
Deer, tell her how sneaky I was. Alright, you tell him how sneaky I was.
What was your name again, boy?
Paddock. Yeah,
Patrick?
Paddock.
Paddock, you were so sneaky your name snuck from my brain.
It's
a bird
thank
brain.
you.
It's good you were I will tell them at the White Deer. Paddock. How sneaky you are.
As he spills the rest of his beer, shaking.
As you're holding your beer and you're saying this, you look in it and you see it's like a third full. Like it's just, and again, it's just soaked and coated with ale. And the kid looks at you and goes, "Ah, you tell him Paddock snuck up on you in a way you've never seen before." And then he gets up and he starts walking off, and you can hear as he's walking, he goes, "Two more ales, 2 more down ales," and then he kind of walks off and then leaves.
This poor kid.
Right back, yes.
This poor kid is so bad. He's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
So dead.
He's gonna die.
Dude, that's scary. I rolled double ones and then I rolled double 20s.
Well then.
You just wasted all your good and your bad rolls.
I know, right?
Yeah, girl.
Alright, so he
Girl really wants to adopt this kid.
he's so
Really,
adorable.
really bad.
Well, Grelda would be
No.
seeing this happen. Like, she wouldn't hear the conversation. She'd be seeing it happen.
Right,
She'd
but-
see him get up and leave.
So I imagine it went something like this. Oh, he actually snuck a beer for Icky. Darn it, can we keep him? No. No, we'll get the poor boy killed. Oh, come on, we can keep him safe. We'll assign Sanishi to guard him and teach him. No, this is a bad idea. What? I could probably even find someone to let me adopt him. What would you do with him after you adopt him?
Keep him as a pet. She's already said. She's. It was a while ago
Look
when
here,
we first
your
met
group-
him.
It'd be
but
like the group mascot.
This is what you want the group's mascot to be? I have failed.
Alright, so what does Icky do after he receives his beer?
I will teach him the ways of ale. Icky would love you for that. Yeah, I could see where that would.
Icky drinks what little of the ale is there.
As Icky drinks the ale, it is really good quality. Like, it is some of the, like, it is rivaling Grelda's, like, you said to get the good shit, and he got you some good shit. There wasn't a whole bunch of it left.
Right.
But he got you some good stuff.
All right.
Like, you are surprised at how tasty it is.
All right. Is this? But is it like anything that I've tasted before? Is it something that I may have already had while I was in Sandpoint?
It's nothing you've had before.
Okay.
It reminds you of like the fruity light notes that you've had from some of Grelda's ales. It's just it's very smooth. It's very refreshing.
Okay.
You don't get a whole lot of it, but what you do get, I mean, if there was more, you'd be happy.
All right. Great. I'm making notes as best I can with my finger. Hashtag Pornhub.
All right, Grelda. If he makes it through the night with whatever Icky just sent him to do, maybe we'll consider keeping him around. Maybe we can train him to do something. Maybe we can at least keep him out of the life that would end up getting him killed. But I'm gonna make him your responsibility. You good with that? Do I get to teach him everything about ales? Yeah, but on your time when we're not doing stuff. I know a guy. We can send him to be trained at the same place I was trained. But now you're sending him away.
He's going to the White Deer, right? Or he wanted to be told like the people.
He told you to go to. He told you that the meeting would be ready at the White Deer.
Great. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry, I would.
No, it's fine. I was actually waiting for more material.
So
So Icky drinks it, makes his way back over to the table.
So Icky is at this point like if folks are ready to like keep having more food and drink here at the Rusty Dragon, Icky is game. But if people are like looking to move on, whether it be adventure or what have you, then he has an inclination to check out the White Deer, because just to be like, hey,
There's a bar
this
in
kid
town.
hooked me up with some beer that was like pretty good. I mean, he wasn't like you met him. He wasn't sneaky.
Right.
He spilled a lot of it, but what he did bring.
Good night. Congratulations,
Sleep well.
Dad.
Sleep well.
But what he did bring was good, and I'll give him a shout out to the people at the White Deer. But also, if we're comfy here, we could have another round or three.
And you are now in a beer conversation. Beer station.
Sorry.
We'll shorten this and just say that you kind of described the taste of the beer to Grelda, and she is very intrigued.
Okay, thank you. 'Cause I'm still making notes for myself
Yep.
for this. So
I mean, we can
Tammy,
shorten that part of the conversation.
Good.
It's
So
fascinating.
Grelda gets some new ideas from this beer you've had that seem to be a little different than what she's created before.
Well, I suppose I could maybe look into it. I mean, who knows? Maybe I could improve upon it.
I believe you.
Fine, challenge accepted. I'll make it even better. Do you have any left? Where is it at? This White Deer, you said?
You could baby bird it up.
Don't, please God, don't do that.
I'm not role playing that.
No.
No, and
And I'm not around
he
to
absolutely
suggest
would
it.
have finished the beer that he was given by now.
Oh, yeah, he would have downed it before he came back and told Grelda about it.
And he would also not give up any beer unnecessarily.
So what you're saying is we've got to go to this White Deer to purvey and...
Assuming that's even where this is from. I don't know where the kid got it. He was really sneaky.
Tarnin.
You guys might have to go on a bar crawl.
Icky may know this.
How many bars
Hey
can
guys,
there be in Sandpoint?
if I promise, can you guys just promise me if I have to go talk to somebody at this White Deer alone, you will actually give me the opportunity to do that? Yeah? You're good with that?
If you need to.
Yeah, that's almost a yes.
But
It's
you-
so close to an answer.
But you guys... Oh, that's right. Grill's still there. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Icky and Grelda right now.
I suppose. Sure, why not? I'll busy myself making this beer even better than it was. Come on, you heard him. Tarnin wants to be alone with his new friends.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, great.
He's doing the German porno.
Tarnin gets up, says, great, off we go. Amiko, thanks again for the dinner. Anything else we can do for you?
He's gonna do that weird Barovian shit.
It's Peruvian, but whatever.
As long as you remember that you owe me and
Stories.
my patrons a nice quality story, I guess I'll be patiently waiting.
I'll see to it.
Good.
Get your rest. You're starting to look a little better. Maybe I'll stop by tomorrow and check on you again.
I look forward to it.
Have a good night.
All of you as well.
Tarna walks off to go find the White Deer Inn. Makes it 15 feet outside the door and goes, wait. Where's the short, fuzzy one and the tall, axe-loving one. Okay, so let's.
I did tell you guys where I was.
Yeah, everybody.
But Tarnin
everybody
was gone already, right?
Tarnin was
he
gone.
wasn't paying attention.
He wasn't paying attention. Please.
Grelda would have.
Grelda-
Grelda would have.
Oh,
I
she
told
went
you
to
guys too.
And Geisen did say before
That's
he
right,
left
you did.
where he was going. So everybody would know that at least Geisen was at the Glassworks.
Well, Geisen said he was gonna go meet me there.
Yes.
And hang out with me. So.
So everybody should know where the other two are.
Sounds good. Let's go stop by and see if they want to go check this place out. So we come to find you.
All right.
Alright, so you walk to the Glassworks, you see Sinishi cross-legged, like sitting down, legs crossed, sharpening her axe. Geisen is near her doing...
Well, we never did that.
Yeah,
no.
no,
Is there... Okay, so is there anything in particular, like you walk to the Glassworks, you see Sinishi sitting cross-legged outside of one of the doors.
I just walk up and I sit next to her and ask if she wants. Oh wait, did I bring? No, I didn't bring my beer, did I?
No,
No.
you set your glass down. And
No.
just so you know,
But he should be on the way.
Geisen would know that this evening would be necessary before he went to bed.
Okay, that's good. No. So yeah, so I walk up with Sinishi and say, hey, how are things going here? What are you up to?
I'm just sitting, enjoying the sun, and giving my axes some TLC. Been a while.
That's nice.
Seeing if I can, making sure, maybe just making sure people know that I'm back, that we're back.
That's
We're
cool.
here. It's a nice day.
Well, I know we've had some differences, but we're part of the same team. I just wanted to come out and see how you're doing. There's some beer, hopefully, on the way from that kid.
You saw him again?
Yep, he showed up at the Rusty Dragon with like a third of the beer that Icky asked for. So I don't know how much we can expect, but supposedly he's gonna come to us next here.
He showed up again?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I underestimated him.
Yep, so it's probably a good thing you didn't make him into a bloodbath.
Well, I wasn't going to anyway. He's just a kid. I can't imagine there'd be enough blood in him to soak in.
Yeah, and it's a
Yeah,
great
it's
way to be
logistics.
sentimental and also practical at the same time.
You gotta think logistics. I mean, besides, like, if I was gonna to do a proper bloodbath, and
We
like,
could do
if
like
I
a
wanted,
sponge bath.
if I want to do this properly, I feel like I should be the blood of my enemies. Like, I really want.
That seems fair.
We need to pick up a cart so that we can bring a bathtub with us, so that we can fill that tub with goblin's blood as we kill them, and then I will have my bath.
So, Sinishi is kneeling down, like looking up at you, like sharpening her axes as she's having this very in-depth conversation, and she is quite literally trying to figure out the mechanics of this. You are standing next to her, just a little taller than her sitting, and you are in deep in this conversation.
I have been thinking
and as she
about
is,
this.
she's like looking at her axe, and she's very much going as far as her mind can take her into this conversation. You kind of look up, and you see down, like you came from this way, and down another street, you see a figure cross the street. And then cross the street. As she's talking about bloodbath, just like kind of back and forth across the street until finally, out of the corner of your eye, you see your three companions coming down the street, like you see them in the distance, as you watch this wide-brimmed hat figure dart from behind one building. And ducked down in a crouched position. Both arms. So you see his arms like this, his coat kind of like wrapped around both of them, and he is down in a crouched position and just like
pouring it out as he goes.
He's across the street, and he crosses the street to the glassworks around the corner from where you guys are at. And Sinishi is still in depth in her conversation. And 5-10 seconds go by, and then you see this hat, like part of the hat, peek out from around the corner, but you don't see a face yet. And then she keeps talking. You see a little face, and he looks, and then he scoots around the corner. Oi, oi, hey. Did you see me sneaking?
I pretend to be surprised and look around and.
Over here.
Oh, you're over
And
there.
you just see this look of just like his whole face brightens. This kid's day is made.
gonna die.
As he's leaning up against the wall, he goes, over here.
Oh
And
God,
he pulls out 2 wooden ales, like 2 wooden like tankards of ale, and reaches them up. I got you the good stuff.
Thank you, appreciate it.
He
Good
hands
job
me-
sneaking. I had no idea you were there.
I've been practicing. I practiced on my way back, and I practiced on my way here. And I don't think anybody saw me.
And then he
He goes, hey, Miss Bloodbath. Miss Bloodbath.
he kind of reaches out to you, and he goes,
I tried the good stuff.
What? Oh.
I've been practicing. Here.
I
Your
whisper.
little gnome friend said you like the good stuff.
I whisper to Sneeshi.
Just go with it.
Sure. Thanks.
Of course. Give it a try.
All right, thanks a lot,
Give it a try.
Paddock.
Take a drink. Take a swig.
Is it good stuff? Is it good stuff?
It's ale.
Is it good?
I take a swig too, and I'm like, oh, it's excellent. Thank you.
It's good ale.
I told you I get the good stuff.
You did a good job, Paddock. Thank you.
All right. Why did? Right.
We'll let them know. Thank you.
Shh. You never saw me.
Who? Wait, shit. Where'd he go?
Exactly.
and then he kind of wraps the coat around him, ducks down, and then just like skitters across this brightly lit road, and then flattens himself against the wall on the other side. Kind of nods at you. His giant brimmed hat just like flowing as he nods and goes, and then like skitters his way back and forth.
Our placating of this child is going to get him killed.
I've been saying that before.
You know.
It's possible.
And
Just saying.
like the three of you walking see this whole thing. Like not a bit of this goes outside of your notice as you're walking down, and then you watch him skitter off just before you come up.
Okay, girls,
So-
I can't train him to not get killed. I mean, look at him.
Yeah,
So just quickly, as Icky approaches and sees them with their beers, he just goes, "Whoa! Where'd you get those beers?"
And as this loud voice echoes, all of you can see this figure like halfway up the road just stop and then continue.
you guys are gonna get hit. You guys are gonna get Paddock killed.
I'm waiting for it.
No, come.
What can that hurt?
No.
He means well.
A bad thief in a city dies.
He's not a thief.
He's not really a thief.
A bad sneak in a town dies.
He's just a weird like a bellboy with weird habits.
A bad sneak in a town dies.
He's trying to get into things that are just gonna get him killed. Maybe I have to agree with Grelda and let her convince him to take up the ale creating trade and go learn from her master. Not master, her teacher.
I wouldn't mind finding out where he got that ale. It's pretty tasty.
Guessing
Let's
the
try this
whitetail.
whitetail.
I mean, it tastes like ale to me.
White deer.
Oh, okay, fine. The white-tailed deer in. Off we go. Tarnan's walked off.
Yeah, I'll follow along.
I will hand my tankard to Grella so she can try some because it's ale.
It is actually the same ale that she gave to you.
Okay.
So Grelda gets to try it,
Wait.
and
Okay.
it's again, it's light. There's some floral notes, there's some nutty notes, but it's a very refreshing ale. It's like a summery ale. It's very
It's
light.
refreshing.
It's very refreshing.
I'll give it
It's
that.
a little different on the palate than Grelda's used to.
It's not quite the same on the palate as it should be. I can probably improve upon this.
It was free.
Well, I'd still have to have the ingredients.
Conversation.
So should we add to the
Of course, of course.
white deer?
More research must be done.
I'm with it.
I'm so not gonna be able to talk to these people tonight. So off we go. Hi, I'm the stand-in DM. My name is William Krause, and until Sean is done talking with his penis.
Yeah.
Oh, is he talking to his penis?
No, he's
Oh.
well. I mean, yes, but not the usual one.
His
I
actual penis.
will, as an aside, I feel like at this point, if Tarnan gave Icky kind of a like, can you fucking distract these fuckers for me so I can fuck off for a minute?
Does Icky tell Tarnan that?
Is Tarnan displaying clear frustration that
No.
he won't be able? Yeah, like
He would not do that to you guys. He will find a way to make it work for himself, or he will flat out say, "Hey guys, you need to step away from it."
okay.
And that would probably be the point
Yeah,
where
so
Icky
I
says,
guess
"Okay."
that's just something where it's like I don't know if Tarnan would have picked that up from the conversation that he and Icky had on the way in. That a little bit more camaraderie and understanding has been forged.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because I feel like Tarnan and Icky had a little bit of a like, hey, look, you know, a bonding conversation where a little bit of like, hey, look, we understand that we both have secrets, right? Things that we're not really ready to talk about. Icky was stone sober when that conversation was happening.
Which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if Tarnan got it, at this point, Icky is ready to cover for Tarnan's secrets. As long as they're not egregiously...
Bathing in the blood of children is a bad idea.
Yeah,
Got it, okay.
Yeah, like...
I mean, for some of the party.
Right.
Clearly, for some of the rest of the party, it might be permitted because we expect it.
Right.
Oh no! I said no, children. They're too small.
Not nearly enough blood in them.
Right.
Was anybody paying attention to what I actually was pondering? Did you just
Clearly,
run
we
up?
were not pondering what you're pondering.
I think...
You guys are pinkies and I'm the brain, apparently. Yes.
Wow.
Right, so you guys
Guess that's how
are
that
currently standing outside of the glass room.
No, we're walking to the
Heading to the white deer.
Heading to the white deer?
The white
to
stag
white
inn,
deer.
Ah, again, like everywhere else in Sandpoint, it's 5-ish minute walk. It is the second building from the gate on the north side that you came in. I think it's on the very north side of Sandpoint, just inside of the gate.
Okay.
There's a pair of wooden life-size deer carved in very painstaking detail outside of the front door out of white birch, hence where it got its name. You can also tell that the building is relatively new. This is most likely one of the buildings that burnt down during the fire 5 years ago that engulfed the church. It's a sizable inn and tavern. It commands an impressive view of the Bergersen Gulf. You can see down on the water. It's quite beautiful. The first floor is all brick and stone, and the second and third floors of this building are wood.
Okay.
So you come up to two large oaken doors on the front.
Lead on, good beer-loving people. We'll have to go see about this right now. No knocking, open the door, walk right in.
The door is open very easily. They swing open. It is a very large tavern. You see directly in front of you, there are long wooden picnic table kind of, where there's benches on both sides. There's 4 or 5 of them that run the entire length of the building. On the left, there is a long kind of U-shaped bar. It comes out, goes about 15 seats down, and then goes back in. Behind the bar, there is a large man of a bartender, very dark skin, completely bald head. He's not fat, but he's not overly muscular. He's just a very solid man, leaned over the bar, elbows on it, just hands looking at the door, looking at you as you walk in. You notice on the right there is 2 steps, and there's a slight raised platform. There are nicer round tables on this raised section, about 6 padded chairs to each. There's 4 or 5 tables up on the top. You can see this is also a place that could be cleared out for a band. There's a huge wooden hearth directly across from you with a smaller fire, since it is the middle of the day and it's still relatively warm out. But you also notice that there's nobody in the bar. It is completely empty.
All of the patrons here must be very sneaky.
Yeah.
You could be absolutely right. Perhaps ask if you can get a really good ale and see what happens.
And so, like,
if
if
you
he goes up
disappear-
to the bar,
Okay.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
what kind of ales do you have available, good sir?
Got dark. Got light. What do you want?
The other one was like fruity-ish, right?
It was
Of course. Ingrelda describes in beautiful, exquisite detail exactly what that ale she just found tasted like.
And the bartender sits there and just stares directly at Gralda, making very little movement, very little reaction as she goes through every taste, every emotion that the ale invoked in her. And he stops, turns around, grabs a mug, fills it, pushes it over to over to Icky. Because you wanted it. She described it. You wanted it, so he pushed it over to Icky.
I believe that's the one you're looking for.
Then he goes back to just leaning over the bar.
So, Icky takes a, slow but substantial drag off of it, and as he is discerning whether or not this is indeed the same ale.
It is exactly the same.
Alright, well, he passes it over to Grelda.
He takes a sip. Yes, exactly. Do you have notes? Who made this? Is it your creation? This is wonderful. I myself like to brew as well.
I don't make it. I just sell it.
Do you know who makes it? Where can I find some more of it?
I don't think we divulge our suppliers.
Oh.
I can sell you more if you'd like.
Well, I'm not so interested in more of it, but how it's made.
I'm assuming the same way other beers
Here,
are made.
wait, try this. She gives a couple of small tastes of hers. Would you be interested in purchasing some of these, perhaps?
I'm not the owner of the bar, so I'm probably not the person you want to talk to.
Well, where is the owner? Perhaps I could talk to him and convince him to at least try it, or maybe we could discuss a trade.
You might need to come back
I
later.
think you're better off saving this enthusiasm for a different employee. The owner.
I think your gnome friend here has the right idea.
Very well, I'll go wait.
In the meantime, though, I'll take another of those beers.
So, the same one.
I
Alright. He fills one, sets it over to you. That'll be 3 silver for the 2 beers.
I don't think this is the guy that we want to talk to. He does not seem very sneaky.
He kind of looks at you. He hears you say that. He looks at you and looks at the rest of you.
I can't say sneaky has ever been something I've been called.
I throw.
He just goes,
Was it 3 silver each or 3 for all of them?
3 for both of them.
I throw the 3 over.
Thank you.
quick aside. I need to wrap up soon.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too.
Okay.
Sooner the better.
Not in this moment, but soon.
I would vote this moment.
This moment,
Well, the sooner the better. Whenever we get to a decent.
I'm going to assume that Sanishi would join Grelda and these two in having a beer and sitting at a table.
I'll grab myself a dark beer.
Alright. Gives you a dark beer, slides it over.
Is it only light from the
Grab a
hearth, or is there other light?
I mean, there's like windows. It doesn't produce a lot of light, but there are a few windows scattered through.
Is it still daytime?
Yeah.
It's probably 4-ish, 3, 4, something like that. Not a whole lot of time has passed, just enough for you to walk around.
So after these guys all have their drinks, Tarnan is still kind of pointedly standing there.
Hmm.
I like being a good neighbor and all, but I'm not looking for an ale.
He kind of looks at you.
You all together?
Yes, but I think I'm the one who would like to explore something other than the ale.
Alright.
I think Darren's looking for a prostitute.
No.
He stands
Okay,
up.
look.
He stands up. He looks at the group sitting at the bar.
Are they coming or staying?
They're staying.
I'm gonna launch into a just more bloodbath conversation. just trying to figure out the logistics of how exactly we're gonna be able to make this happen.
And then he just kind of looks at them and looks at you.
I'm
and
stuck
then
on this,
he
guys.
turns and walks down the length of the bar, and then there is a door. It's the same kind of one you saw at the Rusty Dragon. It's just like the little door. Pushes it open, goes into a kitchen. Then he stops and looks back at you.
And I will quietly, without trying to draw anyone's attention, walk to the door.
Hey, we're having a fascinating bloodbath conversation.
That's where
And
you stop.
I see you. I mean, because